Hi, and welcome to the table with Tony D. I'm Tony D. Relax. This is a good video, okay? Today, we're going to talk about an artist that I feel as though that is extremely, extremely underrated. We're going to talk about an artist whose music honestly transcends time. We're talking about an artist who work years from now, is still going to be around. Even though now I feel as though, like I said, she's underrated, but she's one of the best that ever did it, in my opinion. And I'm talking about Miss Amerie. For those of you who don't know, Amerie is a R&B singer who came out in 2002 with her first album was All I Have. Her first single was Why Don't We Fall in Love. When that song came out, it was a summertime song, It was a summertime anthem, actually. And before that, it was the girl that sung that had that one hit, melody, la da dee, la da da, da da da. Says you want a number, I ain't no daddy, da da. So that was a summer song year before. But then Why Don't We Fall in Love came out. And it was catchy, it was thinking, but I really, really wasn't feeling it or whatever. So one day, okay, around this time, you had Ashanti was coming out and she was doing it big with Foolish. Foolish was huge. To this day, I don't know why, but Foolish was huge. Okay, you had Ashanti, you had Tweet, and you had Amerie. Pretty much coming out around the same time. I think Ashanti and Tweet were the ones that were coming out first. So Ashanti dropped, Tweet dropped, or whatever. And Amerie had Why Don't We Fall in Love on the radio. And I remember the song was picking up steam. It was picking up steam. It was, hot. And I was in North Philly one night coming from a club rocking with one of my old associates. I ain't gonna call his ass a friend, but one of my old associates, Anthony, who stayed at 8 in Susquehanna. Claimed to stay in Uptown, but he stayed at 8th in Susquehanna. But remember, we was driving him off, and by his house, they had a billboard. Child, it was Amerie sitting on the back of that chair or the first album, just selling it like all got to be. Like, she was just selling it. And I'm like, oh, okay, she was doing it right. So then, I used to go online, and listen to, little snippets of the album because she was on Columbia. When I heard I Just Died, I wanted it. So the album dropped, everybody, all the girls, pretty much had it or whatever. And I remember I was like, I want this album so bad. I wanted that album so bad because, I didn't have no money or whatever, So I remember one night I was coming home from the club. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. True story. Coming home from the club. And I'm like, oh, I got to get that Amerie album. That shit is banging. Everybody's banging. I Just Died. It was just off the fucking chain. And besides, it wasn't just that. When an artist come out, I really want to know, and especially a female, I really want to know what you can give. Because, like, Why Don't We Fall in Love so I really wanted to know vocally what she can give. So I was like, I got to get this. That's all that was on my mind. Walking from Broughton Island, anybody that's in Philadelphia that lives up in Island area, walking from Broughton Island, I made it to about Broughton Negro. Not Broughton Negro, let's be correct. Park Avenue. Yeah. Park Avenue in Nedra. I'm walking. I bump into this junkie, crackhead, whatever. He was selling, them handheld video games, and he had a CD in his hand. Tell me why the CD was Amerie. I lie to you not. I snatched that bitch, gave him $5. He wanted $5 for the game. And no, just give me the CD, nigga. I snatched that motherfucker. I lie to you not. I went home and I became a fan. Now, one thing I will say about Amerie music is different. You're not going to find anybody out there that sounds like her. But I will say that when she comes out with an album, I have to listen to it about 5 or 6 times before I extremely love it. Because the first time you hear it, you be like, the second time you hear it, you're like, what the fuck? Third time you hear it, you're like, what the fuck? But it's something about that 4th and 5th time, then you just can't stop playing it. Let's do a little bit of facts about Amerie. Amerie Me Rogers was born January 12, 1978 or 1980. I've been looking up and it's been saying 80 and it's been saying 78. So it's a 2-year age difference that's going on. So we need to get that in check. I don't know, honey, if Amerie lying about her age or not. But honey, I remember it was saying it was 1980. So she was born in 78, but it doesn't matter because it's still canceled out because she's a Capricorn. So, you know. But we still love you, Amerie. Okay, she was born in Flinchburg, Massachusetts. From a young age, she loved classical music, which she developed from her mother. Yes, most musicians, people that accelerate and that's very good at making music, study classical music. Now, I haven't studied classical music, but I do listen to it. I do know my Chopin, I do know my Mozart, and I know my Beethoven, and countless others. When Amerie was 17, she got into the ROTC scholarship, and she went to Georgetown University, where she has a degree, a bachelor's, I believe, in English. And she went in on an ROTC scholarship, and her grades were so good until she actually just got a scholarship on her own. Now, Amerie music, like I said before, she had an album. Her first album was All I Have. It came out in 2002. I believe it's a classic. It is a classic. It's an R&B classic. Then in 2005, she came out with Touch. With Touch 05, 06, she came out with Touch. Touch success was just with the single One Thing. It was just huge. It was this go-go sound that you only pretty much find down in like DC, Baltimore area. It was a go-go sound, and it was something that we wasn't used to, but something that needed to be. It was something that we needed. And from what I understand, the record label actually didn't really want to put out One Thing because they felt as though it was too noisy. R&B #1, pop charts #8. Amerie was on her way. That whole album, when she produced, Rich Harrison produced the first and the second album. I believe every singer has a producer that brings out the best in them. I believe Jermaine is Mariah. Babyface to me was Whitney. Tony Babyface. Who else? Like Brandy and Ronnie Jerkins. Like every singer has a producer. I'm always looking into the mirror. That's why y'all see my eyes look like that, because the mirror is my director, so I can see how I look. But pretty much, yeah, I believe every singer has a producer that make them pop. Everything was going good with Touch. You know, everything was going good, but then it just seemed like things got silent. It just got silent. And you had a good album just go to the wayside. So then she came out with another single in the middle of 07 called Take Control of Me. And we was all getting ready for the album. Okay, Amerie about to drop it again and whatever, and silence, nothing. 2009 come around. I hear a song and I'm like, oh, that's Amerie, where's she at? And my best friend had to tell me she had 2 albums after Touch. And after Touch. And I'm like, what 2 motherfucking albums? I ain't hear nothing about no 2 fucking albums. Well, pretty much. After the whole situation with Touch, I guess her and Rich Harrison had a falling out because he started working with Beyonce. And if it wasn't for A. Marie, there would be no B-Day album. So y'all Beehive fans, I know how y'all want to attack people that come against Beyonce. Nobody's coming against her. But we will say this. If it wasn't for A. Marie's Touch, there would not have been no B-Day album. Just keeping it a G. So she released a third album called Because I Love It, but it wasn't released in the United States for whatever reason. And that happens to be my favorite. That happens to be my favorite album. After that, she released In Love and War, which is also another great album. Then she took some time off. Now she has out. She released a couple of EPs, but she has out a double disc collection. It's a I believe it's an online album, and it's called 4 a.m. Mahalo and After 4 a.m. It's 2 different albums with 2 different sounds. It's different. So just go into, when you listen to A. Marie's music, you have to go into it with an open mind. Now, let's get down to the dirt. See, one thing about it is, 2 things for sure is, people can say what they want. Beyonce is great. She is, we love her dearly. We really do. We love Beyonce. She does no wrong. But she took A. Marie's sound. A lot of people did. But Beyonce took A. Marie's sound and ran with it. And that's what happens, I believe, in the music industry. We're not taking talent away from Beyonce, but Beyonce took A. Marie's style with, I believe, the whole B-Day album. Yeah, the whole B-Day album, except for Irreplaceable, because she didn't write that. And what's the name of that song that was on Dreamgirls? It's probably except that. But pretty much with like Freakum Dress and Green Line and hell, the whole fucking album. She did. And of course, A. Marie, not being, I guess, on that type of level, was for it to falter. They actually did. In actuality, it seems like it was the Mariah Carey and J-Lo version, but it's just that Beyonce got away with it. She did. And Marie, before she released Because I Love It, she released a mixtape. And on the first song, she's coming after Beyonce. Not many people heard it, but she came after Beyonce. I forgot the name of it, but I think it's called Because I Love It. And in one of the lines, she said, you could go spend $1 million trying to get that check, try to get that track, but you can't my style, can't bag my flow. No! Yes. You get what I'm saying? So you can't can my style, can't bag my flow. Can't can my style, can't bag my flow. No! Yes. Love me some A. Marie. So I think that kind of hurt her career in a way. Then another thing, I didn't like at the World Music Awards in 2005. Yeah, that was in 2005 because that's when Mariah took home the biggest award alone. They gave Destiny's Child all this grand and glitter because they were breaking up and Usher and Babyface up there singing them songs, whatever. Honey, Mariah still took home the biggest award of the evening, but this ain't about Miss Carey tonight. But I didn't like her up there with Rihanna, Tierra Marie, singing some Lose My Breath. You get what I'm saying? I didn't think she belonged up there. A. Marie, to me, is just something that you can't bottle up. It's something that you don't find every day. She may not be the best singer. She may not be the best dancer. But homegirl One thing I can say about her is you put on a beat and the beat would be like pum 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 pop 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 pum 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 pop 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 boom 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 boom. You'll be like, who in the fuck is going to sing this? Who actually is going to make this? And it's like the beat be so fucking weird. You be like, ain't no fucking way. But the bitch will make it work. That bitch will have you singing that hook before it ended. I promise you. So that whole thing happened, and she was in one movie with Katie Holmes. I believe it was The First Daughter. After that, I just don't know what happened. I really don't. Only thing I know is now that she has a YouTube channel, and basically it's called Amerie something. I should really have all this information, but it's on YouTube, and she's giving life lessons, life's advice. You know, talks about writing books and stuff. In all actuality, not to say this, but she even admits that she's a boring person. You know, pretty much all she does is write. You know, which is good. And she has some books out. I don't know the names of them, but I'ma probably post them up, you know, because we need to support her. But I just really you know, she she has a sister named Angie that I know that she's a some type of entertainment lawyer. You know, her mom is from Korea, her dad is from Philadelphia. She's married. She has a 1 or 2 year old son. And Marie, if you're looking at this video, you know, I just want you to know that I love your music very much. And I really appreciate the work that you do. Not that you're going to see this video or not, but, you know. And this video wasn't made to bash Beyonce. It's not about Beyonce bashing video. If you ask Marie, they asked her on the Breakfast Club, how did she feel about when people say that Beyonce took her style? And she says that everybody puts a brick in the wall. Fuck that. You know, but it is what it is, you know. At the end of the day, it's about celebrating good artists and good music, and I really truly believe Amerie needs to be celebrated. Anything else I got to add about Amerie? That's about it. They're outside shooting, you know. I don't know what's going on. Atlanta is starting to become a major metropolitan like Philadelphia and New York now. All you hear is sirens and gunfire. But that's just pretty much about it. If you like this video, please subscribe. Please click the thumb up. Please, I really need it. Thank you. If you have anything, if you agree with this video, if you disagree, if you have an opinion, please, I beg of you, please write your comment. Now, even if you want to cuss my ass out, copying Kadasha K, please, just leave a comment and we can talk about it. Please, I love debates. I love talking about music. But, yes, we love you, Amerie.